So Donald Trump and Xi Jinping are kind of in a romantic comedy situation. It's the will they or won't they?
What's going on today?
Will they or won't they meet? Will they have a date? No, seriously, that's what we're talking
Well,
about.
they haven't dated for a long time, right?
Trump's been trying to call for a long time, and it's
And he tried to write a letter.
yeah. And then supposedly, I think she might have called him. No, or they took a call. I don't know who called who,
Yeah.
though.
Or they're both secretary call
Right.
each other.
Like a blind date kind of thing. So today, if you guys have been following the markets, Trump got really angry. He lost the Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's
After that, he went to hospital.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He may or may not be really sick. Well, he's definitely sick here.
But now they're physically sick, right?
He does. He certainly has. He's not 100% because he's
Yeah.
got a hand thing. He's got an ankle thing.
Yeah,
What's
but
that?
he's almost 80, so no one's 100% healthy at that age.
Yeah, he's. I'll just say this. There are many people in the comments that say they have a family member, know someone of that age, and that they always say the same thing. He's way worse than the family member. We're talking mentally.
Yeah. Probably physically too.
Probably physically, but that can vary. Depends on your family member. So
yeah.
You have to mention that stuff in these situations because, unfortunately, I've seen Trump on TV for years. For years. The first time I really started noticing him, I think I knew who he was before the Apprentice TV show, but I don't know if I would see him like you kind of know who he is, but the Apprentice TV shows that would have been back in like 2000 or whatever. Is it that long ago? I think it is that long.
He's 80, so.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
so that's
50
like
years ago, something like that.
No. The Apprentice show was like back in like early 2000s.
Oh.
I remember because I saw it. Yeah. So then we're talking like, at least from my experience, like 20 years of knowing who Trump is, and knew him before. So you could say 50 years of knowing him. So there's that. Okay, so we got to get back to the story here. Trump then gets upset and he puts 100% tariffs on China.
Again.
Yeah, this is like April, I think, if I remember my dates correctly. The markets took a dive today because basically it looks like that maybe no one's trading it all anymore.
Yeah, and they was going to meet Xi and Trump in Korea.
Yeah, that's what
they said they're going to talk about bean.
Yeah, the soybeans.
Soybeans, because soybean farmers kind of cried. They sold nothing this year.
Yeah.
What happened to them?
So that's a really weird thing because so all these farmers they vote for Trump because Trump promises you're all going to be rich, and then what does Trump do? Piss off like the biggest customer, China.
Yeah.
So you got no one to sell to, and then Trump gives money to. Do you remember who?
The Argentina.
Argentina, and do you know what Argentina's been doing lately?
What are they doing?
They're selling the beans to China. Did you know that? That's why it's so stupid. Look how stupid that is, right? So our people aren't selling the beans to China, the soybeans. And then Argentina's like, oh, well, I'm going to sell it to China. And I'll sell it for cheaper, too.
And you get the free money from America.
Yeah, and you know what else? Do you know what the president was doing down there after he got the money?
I don't know.
You didn't hear?
Buy coin? Trump coin?
No, he had a rock concert. I'm not making it up. Seriously, had a rock concert. Yeah, he was like singing and crap, I guess. You'll see videos on the internet. This is how ludicrous our world is. But hey, to be fair, if I got like $20 billion from Trump, and he's like this crazy old grandpa.
I'm so happy I'm gonna do rock concert.
$20 billion is a lot of money. I mean, it's like real money.
Yeah, but you guys, not paying. You guys are suffering right now.
No, we're eventually gonna pay. Well, how it's going to work, you're going to pay in different ways. So one way you could do it is the USA could just print a bunch of money, theoretically.
Yeah, right. He said, they're going to give you a stimulus check again.
Who? Who's getting
Trump. Support money, government money. Support the farmers.
Yeah, he says a lot of things. So that's been, the rumors anywhere from 10 to 14 billion, right? But we just bailed out Argentina for 20. So theoretically, where you have 35 billion laying around, but just by chance, what's that?
Yeah, I'm just thinking that Trump's mind is not normal, so he just say that whatever he wants to. How can we say, when they ask a question, he just answer and he forget it.
Oh.
Because
what's that?
my life is I need money, I need to make money. Oh, okay, you're gonna reach again. You're gonna give you support money. No worry, I wanna talk to shit, and he forget it. Wow, she's.
Oh, he just kind of says in the moment.
At the moment.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. Because before there was a public thing, press conference where he was bragging about like he made 17 trillion this year. So that's more than billion, like a lot more.
Yeah, where's the money?
Right, and then he went that. Then he actually is like, oh wait, no, it's 21 trillion. It's like the most anyone's ever done. It's like ludicrous amount of money that it's just nonsense.
Yeah.
And this is funny because he's trying to get cash from Korea and Japan to fund. No, seriously, he's asking for cash, upfront payment. But he's trying to fund all this, Argentina stuff, farmer stuff, whatever. So the Koreans have these the most funniest comments these days. This is just from Koreans here in Korea. One person writes, "This isn't senility. Senility is like being old, being old. This isn't senility or the whining of an old man. It's a different story when you wake up. People over 70 shouldn't be allowed to do politics." And that's always an interesting question because not everyone over 70 is like Trump. I just give you 2 examples, or 3 examples actually. Bernie's pretty old. Bernie Sanders. If you ever watch him speak, he's fine physically, but he's just old. He's probably just physically not in fantastic shape.
Not everyone's mind is getting old.
His mind is great. So Bernie's still fine. If you listen to Warren Buffett speak or Charlie Munger before he died, and I think Charlie Munger made it to 99. His mind was still there. I mean, it just depends. What's that?
Yeah, even if their mind is good, but your body physically is getting old. Especially Bernie and Warren Buffett, they can take vacation probably whenever they want. But president, you gotta follow what is president's schedule is. You can take vacation all the time.
I said that during the election that both Biden and Trump are too old. Anyway, watch my channel. I said that all along, and it wasn't anything crazy. It was obvious.
Yeah.
And I was right. I was right with both. They're just too old, And we like them, don't like them. They're just too old. Whether or not we would ever pass a law regarding that if someone's too old, it's because we do have a law about age about being too young.
Oh,
do you have that in Korea or no?
Yeah, we do.
So I couldn't be a 20-year-old and run for president. No. Yeah, I think our age is 35, if I remember correctly. 35 is pretty young, but legally, sure.
Yeah, because before you guys didn't need a limit because people don't live that long before.
Oh,
now
right. That's a good point. That's a good point. And then just to give you guys some frame of reference, so I'm 50 actually, and my mind and experience-wise, if I were to ever run, I think it would be in my 50s, maybe 60 theoretically, but I'm just telling you there's a point in your life for people when you get to a certain age. I couldn't have done it in my 20s.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I remember that it was in Korea. It's holiday, so the brother-in-law, the Kyungnae, my sister's husband. Now he has a grandfather who's 100 years old.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah.
And he said his mind's still clear, but his body, he doesn't follow the mind, so he's very depressed.
Oh, right. Because you're also well aware of that you can't do anything. Like you're well aware of your reality. I mean, and there's also and this is where in any sort of situation when someone's aging, you want people around you to take care of you, and not in the sense of like what's the word we say like. Some people don't want to be treated like that they can't do anything. I guess a good way is to just assist people when they need assistance. That's the best way to describe it. It helps them when they want help or need help.
To be fair, President's too old.
Yeah, Trump's too old, and if Trump wants to be crazy and do whatever he does, go do it at the golf course, stay at home, yell at your kids.
Do it at the Trump Tower.
Yeah, all day. You can yell at your kids all day at Trump Tower. You can tweet all day at Trump Tower. I don't care, but for president, it's just it should be obvious, and I think that's bothersome to a lot of people that people on the inside just aren't speaking up because I'm telling you guys, the first time around, Trump was weird and I didn't like him and stuff like that.
It wasn't like this.
No. Now he's like off his rocker. Here's another comment from Korea. It says, Did you attack first and hope the other person is stupid? Because Trump's always causing stuff.
Another, I remember other comment that you punch first and you got punched back, and you say, "You're so cruel. You're so violent."
Yeah, that's basically what it is. I mean, we're picking fights all over the place. So like, you could pick fight with one country, but like Trump's doing with every country all at the same time. It's just and this the question I always keep talking about on the channel is like, are we purposely trying to destroy America? Like, are we doing this on purpose?
It's not his purpose. Just he try to get money as much as he can in his pocket. It causes, America's economy because he's president.
Because you could certainly make that case, right? So his main goal is to get rich, and then the side effect,
rich is possible.
Yeah, and then the side effect is, I mean, the other argument you could make is because he's done so many crimes throughout his life, he's trying to set himself up for retirement. And that would be expensive, because think about this. The rest of his life, he's going to need like 1 million security guards. He needs to find an island somewhere. It's going to be...
Not just him, his family.
Oh, good point, right. They have to have like a supervillain island for the Trumps to go to. Because think how many enemies you've made throughout your whole life. Like in all kinds of enemies in all kinds of countries. Yeah, and... I'll say this, I would not want to be a Trump and their family, even though they all say like it's great to be a Trump and they brag about their crypto crimes and all that stuff. But the people that they must be pissing off on a daily basis, just think about this, guys. Like for a regular normal person, just a normal person, not Trump, normal person. If I was a boss at a job, and just imagine I didn't pay like 400 people. Just for example, think about that's 400 people that you owe money to, that anyone else who could be really mad to be like, hey, my kid needed X. And then that's just one situation.
And you know what? Their solution with that, they just pray these days.
Yeah, just pray. Here's another comment from a Korean. The second case of a short-sighted, emotional leader running a country. Here's another one. The whole world is in an uproar because a person like that was elected president of the United States. So, and it's basically related. Mr. Trump, the 10-year-old tariff expert who only knows how to do tariffs. That's all Trump knows how to do, is like, tariff you. To be fair, though, I'd say he knows how to tweet. He knows how to tweet tariffs also.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. To be fair, now I'm kind of...
What's that?
Curious, that is he really tweet himself?
So some of them he doesn't.
Yeah.
So everyone has, kind of hunches on this one. So I'll give you some examples. So there's one that looks like he probably did, and this is the interesting one, is a tweet, in the first word of the tweet was like Pam. So that was the Bondi. Did you hear about this one?
Onion.
So it looked like it was a text message to her, but he instead tweeted it out. And so it's supposed to be a private message, because basically what he was doing, he was telling her that she needs to go after his political enemies and go, send the government against them. And that kind of thing is basically illegal. You can't do this kind of stuff. But he thought he texted it to her, and it was written like it. Because see, his tweets are so weird that you're never sure what he's doing. But then when you hear from the inside, like, I guess he was surprised that it got out in the public, that kind of stuff. So other times what people have said when it's not him, and I'll be curious your guys' opinion on this one, if it's not all caps all the time.
That's not him.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Could be, because we never know for sure. Then the other one would be if there is a complete sentence.
Yeah, and the sentence makes sense.
I mean, because see, here's the thing. Because if you want to pretend to be him, which they could do sometimes also, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's really hard. It's really hard to say. So that's, who knows?
Yeah, because maybe back then your letter you can copy someone's handwriting, but these days
Yeah, it's a tweet. If next year's election becomes uncertain, I'll 100% declare martial law. America, wake up. We're already familiar with that. And so from the Korean point of view, we had to experience that martial law thing with Yoon. And I mean, learn from your mistakes, correct them, don't let it happen again. Trump keeps trying it, and you watched the video with Pritzker, the governor of Illinois. Do you remember that? What was that video?
It's basically make fun of how dangerous,
Yeah.
you know, the Illinois, but people are having fun and so peaceful and beautiful.
Yeah, and Pritzker was funny. He was making a joke of like, yeah, we're under attack. The Milwaukee Brewers are coming to town to face our Chicago Cubs, and we're forced to eat hot dogs with ketchup on it. Oh my God. What am I going to do? And it's funny because it reminds me, even though it's true that there's some scuffles like a small fight at the ice facility, but it's not like the whole city of Chicago is burning or the whole city of Portland is burning. People are still going to the farmers market. People are still
go to work, people still travel.
Yeah, but the things that is the tragedy, unfortunately, and I just want to make sure it's really clear. I don't know if it made the Korean news or not because I had stuff to go through all this. Today was a lot of news. He just lost the Nobel, so it's just like really a lot. Yeah. So they were threatening to fire people before, but then today the letters started going out.
Aww.
And we don't know how many people are getting fired, like because it's so many.
Yeah.
And so you'll hear reports of like one department heard, and then it's some of the Trump people. I'll just be frank, they're sick people, like sick. So. Remember I told you those social media guys? There's like the Benny guy.
Yeah.
And then there's another guy named Nick.
They go looking for fights.
Yeah.
Try to fight.
Yeah. And the Nick guys, I won't say all this. I can call lots of bad names about Nick, but I don't like him. he's the guy at the soccer game that like barely touches you, or he pretends to fall down. And
yeah.
So anyway, he was like listing some of the departments and how many people lost their jobs and like celebrating. And these people are sick. So we make jokes about this stuff, but I just always want to remember, like, just imagine you got that letter today that you've lost your job due to Trump. I mean, losing a job is really traumatic. I mean, because you got to pay the bills, right? And then the other thing that was going on today, talking about my last video, there are military families now waiting in the food lines today because they don't have food. They're waiting in food lines. No, seriously. And it was like because they have like a food, I guess you call it like a food bank or something like that.
Yeah.
And the line was like all around the building kind of thing. Yeah, they don't have food. It's crazy. It's and then the woman said, normally we have enough food for the day because they give out food, but like they already ran out for the morning and
crazy.
Like the whole thing, you're firing people sort of in the military don't have enough food, and then the whole National Guard thing. How it works is let's say I have a regular job, and then your military service calls you in, like you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
But like, just imagine the scenario where maybe the military doesn't pay you or doesn't pay you enough.
I just wonder the ICE people get paid.
So I think I'm actually not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So they hire a bunch of trained people. Are they paid?
See, we don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be posting on social media that they're not getting paid. I honestly don't know.
They have conscience.
So what I do know is one of the Trump dudes, his name is Mike Johnson. He gave a speech today. He was saying that today was like the last paycheck that anyone would get or something, but it'd be like a half paycheck. They were talking about that. It's going to get ugly next week because I think we're still shut down, from my understanding. And that's why I was reading through the Korean comments, because to let you guys hear sort of like other people can see it too, because people like to feel like they're not alone. Here's another Korean says, "Who are the traitors in our country who consider such a guy their savior?" Right? That's a real question. Another person says, "The one who takes the world hostage is Trump, number one." There's another one. "I'm getting more and more amazed. They're so foolish. They don't even think that they'll get hurt first." So just wanted to share some thoughts from Korea, guys. You're not alone. This is not sustainable. I personally think if he's going to the hospital as what he is, that this may be ends sooner than we think. I'll be surprised at this point if he makes it to the 4 years. Seriously. And we'll see. So I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on this one. I appreciate you watching. And we'll catch y'all next time. So, bye.